Okay, so here we go again with another lovely little chart that you might very well find on a test where you got to fill in the blanks or pick the right number or whatever the case may be. Now, don't let all these bullshit equations bother you. Just take a simple overall look at this, and I will try to explain each of them because I know as soon as you see the letters times P times Q, that can blow your mind. You say, "Ah, screw this." Yeah, I've been there. All right, let's look at this. This is a monopoly's total and average and marginal revenue. Okay, now let's look at each one of these. The total revenue. Well, first of all, let's look at how total revenue is computed. Total revenue is computed by taking the number of units that has been produced and times the price that the market sets for that particular quantity. In this case, for example, if you produce 1 unit, sorry, you don't produce it, you supply 1 unit, you can get a price of $10. Okay, to find the total revenue for that, you simply multiply the quantity times the price, and you'll get $10 as your total revenue for 1 unit of supply of the water. Now, these could be millions instead of single digits. All right, let's look at it again. If you supply 2 units of the water, the price drops down to 9. Now you have no control over that, just you accept that as part of the problem that's built into the chart. So 2 units supply, price drops down to 9. They want to know what the total revenue is? Well, the total revenue is again price times quantity, right here. 2 times 9, 18. So we have 18 as our total revenue. All right, now you understand basically total revenue. It's simply price times quantity. Now, average revenue, slightly different. Okay, let's take a look at the problem again. The average revenue is computed by taking the total revenue, which we just computed right here in column 3. It's by taking the total revenue and dividing it by the quantity. Now, let me say right here that if you get a problem like this whole chart's going to be set up for you up top. Okay? And you're going to probably have to fill in something in here. I'm not sure what. Okay? It depends on how complicated she wants to make the test. But essentially, what we're simply determining now is the average revenue. So let's take a situation where the average revenue is computed by taking the total revenue and dividing it by the quantity. Okay? Well, total revenue is in column 3. So let's take a different one. Our total revenue was 24. Now, at 24, what was the quantity? Well, the quantity over here to column 1 was 3. So, if the quantity was 3 and the total revenue was 24, and you divide 3 into 24, you will get the average revenue of 8. It's just like a bowling score, you know, or a baseball average. If you go 1 for 2, you're batting 500, so to speak. You divide. I hope that's in confusion. All right. Again, the second one. Here you had a total revenue of 28, and you're looking for average revenue. So you're going to have to divide it by the quantity. 28 divided by 4 comes out to be 7. All right? You'll notice a strong similarity with the average revenue and the price. Notice those columns are the same? Okay. It's just an observation, because that's basically how the system works. 99% of the time, these columns are going to be identical. Column 2, the price, and the average revenue. All right? Okay, Now comes the trickier part, which is the marginal revenue. Now, don't let this blow your mind. Marginal revenue is just about how the price changes. If you remember, marginal revenue on the curve, it changes as the unit price changes. Okay? So let's talk about the formula for it. Delta TR. That simply means, delta means the change. The change in total revenue divided by the change in quantity. Okay? Making sense? All you have to do to determine marginal revenue is to take the change in total revenue. For example, and let's look down here. We have a situation where total revenue went from 24 to 28. Okay, just pick this one randomly. The total revenue went from 24 to 28. That's a change. That's a change of 4, correct? 28 minus 24, or 24 to 28 is 4 units. Now, that's the change in total revenue, 4. All right? What's the change in quantity? Well, let's look over here. From 3 to 4, well, that's simply 1. It changed by 1. The quantity changed from 3 to 4. So therefore, the change that you got here, which was 4, divided by 1, remember, change in total revenue divided by change in quantity, 4 divided by 1 is 4. It's not brain surgery, but it can be confusing for 2 reasons. A, you don't really care, at least, that's my impression. It would be my impression. And they like to convolute it with these friggin' variables, okay? They think it makes it easier. I'm not so sure it does. But that's it in a nutshell. And if you had to complete some of these numbers in the graph, I think you could take some pretty good educated guesses and figure out what you're doing. All right?